Welcome in, everybody. 5280sportsnetwork.com. I'm Jake Marsing. This is Ryan Green out here at a gorgeous UC Health Training Center. Much nicer than it was yesterday,
nice
Ryan.
Nice breeze, no rain. Let's just have, this is fall, really.
It's fall, and it could be the fall of one Mark Sanchez.
Ooh, that was good.
You like that?
I like that one.
You like that? Mark Sanchez today is kind of the story the last couple of days. Not that he's been great out here, it's that this may be it for him. The headline today from the Broncos practice, Gary Kubiak, for the third day in a row, doesn't name Sanchez or rookie Paxton Lynch as the number 2 quarterback. So we don't know who's going to take the number 2 snaps yet. For those of you that believe Mark Sanchez still has an opportunity to win this job, take that in your pipe and smoke it.
It's a disappearing act. Yeah, it's, to think that last week at this time we were saying, does he have the capability to start for this team? And now, at the podium, no one even asked about Sanchez. It was all about how's Trevor's arm and how Paxton is looking. And Kubiak mentioned how much he liked Paxton, and it was pretty clear that he really liked what he was seeing. Paxton had to learn 2 offenses this week. He had to learn the Rams offense for the scout team and the Broncos, and Kubiak said he handled it great.
In fact, if I had to make a prediction, I would say that Mark Sanchez is your 3rd quarterback in this game. I may be proven wrong by the time you see this, and if that's the case, feel free to hit me up on Twitter at JT
That'll say
Marsing.
a lot if he is.
Yeah, it'll say a lot. So the Broncos obviously last practice before they play the, once again, Los Angeles Rams at formerly Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Really interesting game for them in terms of a 3rd preseason game. The number 1 overall draft pick, Jared Goff, who has struggled a ton this preseason, asked Wade Phillips about what kind of challenge it is to play him. He said, frankly, the kid can still sling it, and it's early in the preseason, so we have to know that he's got great arm talent. We've got to be ready to play him, as well as that ferocious Rams defense. What are you looking for in this game, Ryan?
Well, the 3rd preseason game, as we all know, is the dry run. The starters are going to be playing as long as possible, so I want to see, especially with cuts looming, I think it's 14 or 15 guys by next week, and then, as Kubiak was saying, it's 2 weeks from today that they're playing their first game. So there's going to be a lot of people gone, and I think this will be the time where the Broncos will be plugging players in to see how they kind of roll in with the backups, or as a backup with the starters. And I think you'll start to see, okay, these are the guys that the Broncos are ready to put on their roster, and I just want to see who it is. Because, I mean, like you're saying, so many training camp sweethearts, that we all fall in love with that make plays, but they just might not be here. 2
guys on the roster who are on the bubble. Sean Drotar did a piece at 5280sportsnetwork.com breaking this down. 2 on the bubble guys that I'm really looking for. Khalif Raymond, who was the big-time training camp superstar at the beginning of camp and has kind of fallen off a cliff in the last couple of weeks. And Ronnie Hillman, a guy who, if they were to cut, they would save $500,000 off his salary, and it really looks like that may be what happens. So Khalif Raymond and Ronnie Hillman are my 2 guys who are on the bubble, who are going to be interesting to see this weekend. 2 guys who are not on the bubble, but are still going to be interesting to see this weekend, Derek Wolfe and Aqib Talib. Derek Wolfe has missed practice all week with what's being described as a personal family issue. Potentially more on that in the next 24 hours. We will see. Coach Kubiak said that he expects Derek to be back tonight, and he could play on Saturday. Depends on how able he is to get up to speed and ready to go. Aqib Talib will play in this game just about, what was it, early June?
Yeah.
A couple of months after being shot under circumstances that are still fairly mysterious. Ryan, are you going to be paying attention to those 2 guys when they take the field?
Not so much Derek Wolfe. I think we all know what he's capable of. I do want to see Aqib Talib out there. I just, I'm a guy that needs to see it to know that it's okay. He's looked fine out here, but game speed, all that stuff. See if he's lost anything. I don't think he has. But really, it's going to be interesting to see how much he plays with a suspension possibly looming. They may want to try and get Roby in a little quicker. Maybe just get Aqib in for a few series and then get him out.
That's a good point. It will be very interesting to see what kind of reps they actually wind up giving him with what I'm being told could be a lengthy suspension. The Broncos coming out, they'll be out here again tomorrow for a walkthrough that's closed to the media, and then it's the Rams, and then it's the Arizona Cardinals, and then
hard knocks in between, okay?
Yeah, hard knocks in between. They were out here today, by the way. And from there, it's It's the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
And we're in the regular season.
It's wild.
It's feeling more and more like the regular season out here, and you can hear all about it at 5280sportsnetwork.com. For Ryan Green, I'm Jake Marsing.